The universe waits for no one. Across the vast black sea of space, fragments of other worlds occasionally pass through ours, ghostly travelers carrying secrets of ancient suns and distant galaxies, but this time, one such traveler has stirred not only scientific wonder, but also global tension. Comet 3I Atlas, the second confirmed interstellar comet to ever enter our solar system, has become the center of a silent, cosmic standoff. Because while many of the West's most powerful telescopes have gone dark, China has just released something extraordinary. New, high-resolution images of 3I Atlas, captured in stunning detail, that may rewrite everything we thought we knew about the origins of matter itself. If you're watching this video, you've just stepped into one of the most intriguing astronomical events of our time, and it begins with a question: why is China the only one still watching? When 3I Atlas first appeared in our skies, astronomers knew instantly that it was no ordinary comet. Its trajectory was hyperbolic, an unmistakable signature of an object that came from beyond our solar system. Not bound by the sun, not native to any known planetary system, but a wanderer from deep interstellar space. At first, excitement rippled through observatories worldwide. Hubble, Gemini North, Keck, and countless ground-based telescopes turned their mirrors toward this faint blur of light. They collected spectra, light curves, and compositional data, hints of carbon dioxide, faint traces of dust, and peculiar molecular signatures that didn't fit anything we'd seen before. It was, in essence, a message in a bottle, cast across the ocean of time. But then, just as scientists prepared for deeper study, something strange happened. Many Western observatories went silent. Funding shifts, maintenance shutdowns, power interruptions, and in some cases, redirected observation schedules left the comet largely unmonitored. And in that silence, another nation stepped forward. Late one evening, China's National Astronomical Observatory quietly released a trove of images, captured by their powerful Lijiang and Purple Mountain telescopes. The data showed 3I Atlas shimmering like a fractured jewel, its coma expanding, its light changing, its story unfolding. Each frame revealed something new: brightness gradients shifting subtly over days. Dust plumes spiraling in irregular arcs, chemical emissions that suggested volatile interactions rarely seen in comets of solar origin. What's more, China didn't just publish the images, they opened a detailed preliminary analysis, including astrometry, photometry, and compositional tables. It was an announcement to the scientific world. While others paused, we kept watching. Now, to understand why this moment is so important, you have to look at what's been happening behind the scenes. Across the United States and Europe, telescope networks have faced severe constraints, from budget reductions to energy limitations, and even cybersecurity concerns that left some systems temporarily offline. For weeks, observational data streams from institutions like the European Southern Observatory and NASA's smaller affiliates have gone dark. In that void, the global narrative of space observation subtly began to shift. For decades, Western observatories were the unrivaled eyes of humanity, mapping galaxies, discovering exoplanets, measuring cosmic expansion. But this time, China wasn't following, China was leading. First, the scientific opportunity. China's images of 3I Atlas offer an unprecedented window into interstellar material. Every pixel holds data about dust grain size, albedo, and gas ratios, clues that might reveal how other planetary systems form and evolve. When Western telescopes return online, these images will serve as the benchmark for all comparative analysis. For now, however, China holds the keys. Second, control of the narrative. In modern astronomy, data isn't just about discovery, it's about leadership. Who publishes first often shapes the conversation, determines what gets cited, what gets shared, what defines the truth. By moving quickly, China now dictates the global conversation surrounding Comet 3I Atlas. Third, scientific sovereignty. For years, Chinese scientists have expressed frustration at being secondary partners in international collaborations. Now, by leading observation efforts independently, they've demonstrated technological maturity and institutional self-sufficiency. They no longer rely on Western instruments to validate their findings. Fourth, prestige and soft power. Images of 3I Atlas aren't just scientific, they're symbolic. They project China's capability not just to build telescopes, but to become a central figure in humanity's quest to understand the universe. Fifth, global infrastructure fragility. the temporary blackout of major Western observatories has revealed something profound. Astronomy, like every other system, is vulnerable to global instability. When power grids falter or budgets tighten, our window to the cosmos narrows. And sixth, the future of observation. Whoever holds consistent access to the skies will shape the next era of cosmic discovery, and in this moment, that access belongs to China. Let's step into the data itself. Point 3I Atlas isn't behaving like any comet born in our solar system. Its dust-to-gas ratio is abnormally high, suggesting it's composed of materials formed under extreme conditions, perhaps near another star's frozen boundary. Spectroscopy shows CO2 bands that fluctuate in unexpected ways, hinting at a dynamic core structure. Even its coma, the glowing shell of vapor surrounding its nucleus, shifts shape daily, as if the comet is breathing in the sunlight and exhaling stardust. Chinese researchers have also detected faint cyanogen trails, the same compound that gives many comets their eerie blue glow, but the proportion here is off, too intense, too variable. Could this be a result of interstellar radiation exposure? Or the signature of a foreign solar nursery, long extinguished? Each discovery raises a new question, and the answers are hidden in those frames China released. The global scientific community has long held that knowledge belongs to everyone, but the release of these images reignites an uncomfortable debate. When one nation becomes the primary custodian of crucial cosmic data, does that change the balance of global science? Western institutions have requested open access to the Chinese datasets, but full calibration details remain proprietary. For now, that means, for the first time in decades, a major astronomical event is being documented primarily outside Western archives. It's not about ownership of the comet. It's about ownership of knowledge, and in the modern world, knowledge is influence. As word spreads, major observatories in Hawaii, Chile, and Arizona have scrambled to reallocate observation schedules. The James Webb Space Telescope, when operational, could pivot toward confirming the Chinese data, but that coordination takes time, and every day, 3I Atlas moves farther away, fading back into the darkness. Scientists from Caltech, ESA, and Harvard CFA have already begun collaborative proposals to bridge the gap, but quietly, many admit that China's head start will define the early scientific literature. One American astronomer commented anonymously, "It's not just about who saw it first. It's about who didn't stop looking." Beyond data, this story carries something deeper. For centuries, astronomy was humanity's most unifying science, borderless, timeless, a shared act of wonder. But as the world fractures into competition, even the stars risk becoming divided by politics. And yet, there's hope in this paradox. Because no matter who points the telescope, every photon that reaches the lens began its journey billions of years ago, impartial, indifferent, belonging to no one and everyone. Perhaps the true message of 3I Atlas is this: our curiosity is the only thing that makes the cosmos feel small enough to understand. In ancient China, comets were seen as omens, messengers of change, harbingers of great transitions, and maybe, in a poetic sense, this comet carries that same weight today. That it symbolizes not just a moment in space science, but a shift in who gets to write humanity's cosmic story. While Western telescopes sleep and Chinese mirrors gleam under Himalayan skies, the balance of observation has tilted, and with it, the flow of discovery itself. But perhaps, if we choose cooperation over rivalry, 3I Atlas could mark something even greater, new chapter of shared human curiosity, written across continents, languages, and generations. The universe is vast, indifferent, and beautiful. Every comet, every flash of light that graces our skies is both a mystery and an invitation. China's release of these images may be political, scientific, or both, but one truth remains: we are all stargazers. Whether the telescope stands in Beijing, Hawaii, or Chile, we're all chasing the same cosmic question: where did we come from, and who else has walked this infinite sea before us? So as 3I Atlas drifts back into the cold silence between the stars, let's remember this: the light we see tonight left its home before humanity even existed, and now, for a brief, fragile moment, it's ours to understand, together.